Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We are live on Gran Turismo for the first time in ages, and I just need to reposition my camera because I am not in the shot. You can tell it's the first time I've done this in quite a while because my camera is not pointing where I'm sat. I think that's because I've changed where I'm sat. Is that going to work? It's a bit precarious. Let's see. The PlayStation camera's not really good, unfortunately. It doesn't really clip onto a flat screen very well, which is annoying because everyone today has flat screens. So I'd normally get this sort of sorted before the stream starts, but this is the spirit of the moment. I thought I'd just come online and share a bit of Gran Turismo with you all. So stick with me whilst I bugger about with this thing. The thing is, I need to get it pointing there, and that's not where this thing wants to stay. Ooh, is it broke? It's not broke. I've not broke it, have I? Oh, that's not good. It's a big split in the camera. For a second. Might have to. It's not normally this difficult to get. It's all going wrong. Not normally this difficult to set up. But that camera does not want to stay anywhere that points towards me. Let's be more that way. That'll do. There we go. And here we go. So that took way more effort than normal, and what have I done? I've got a black screen. Oh my god, it's sent me back to the menu. Oh, we're off to a really bad start. But some racing is coming. So, there we go, we're back where we should be. You can sort of see me. I'm not the star of the show, to be honest. It's all about my driving. And today's challenge is to basically do a 106 dead around Road Atlanta in a Le Mans car. And most people who aren't really big fans of racing won't really know Road Atlanta unless you're American. So we'll do a few laps, show you the way around it. Then I'll start putting my foot down and see what we can do lap time wise. I'll show you the car as well. So I've got a very pink car. I've got an ex-girlfriend to blame for that. She insisted that I have a pink car, and I listened for some reason. The car says BMW all over it, but it's actually a Porsche, because I am a heretic. And let's take it for a lap and take you around. The important thing with this car is it's a hybrid, which means that on the first flying lap I'm going to have a lot more power than on subsequent flying laps. The first corner, almost flat out, and then braking over this crest, down 2 gears, hook that apex, on the power as soon as I can, down the hill. That may look quick, but trust me, that's nowhere near the fastest. Brake down 2 gears, let the car run out wide onto there. Let's just check the traction control settings. Yes, traction control is off, that's what I want. And then just let it ease down some gears. Be careful on the throttle there because this car wheel spins. So you can see down at the bottom left inside the speedo there is my level of battery, and it recharges as I drive along and gets used as I accelerate. And the more battery I've got, the faster I go, basically. So I can only really get 1 lap out of the car with full battery, and then I have to do a cool down lap. It's a bit like Formula 1. And 106.8, so I need to find 0.8 seconds. So taking a bit more risk through there. It's not going to be this lap because, as I say, I've not got the hybrid power, but that was slightly better through those first few corners, 3/10 there. And I've invalidated the lap because I've gone wide. I can toggle on my my personal best, so that was the last lap that I just did there on the screen. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go around and charge the battery a bit. So, and the way that I'm going to do that is I'm just going to ride the brake. So I'm just braking slightly. You can see the trace of brake on the left down there. Just going to get the battery fully charged up. There is another thing I could do here. I could just quit and start again. But doing that will also remove my lap time delta, which is the thing that you see above the speedo there, which is my lap time relative to my last lap. That is very useful information to see whether my lap is a good one or not. Right, we've got the car ready. Let's take it round and go for another. I feel like this first corner can be taken almost flat. And there's proof that it can't. So this lap's in the bin. But that was so close to being flat. And now I've just got a bit of wheel spin on there. So I'm just going to go slowly through the gears, try and preserve the battery whilst we bring it back round for another lap and another try. And this is going to take quite a few tries, I think, for me to get the gold here. The gold is 3% slower than the world record. That's the way that gold medals work on Gran Turismo time trials. So basically, if the person who set the fastest world record time set a really fast lap that was particularly quick, that in this time trial, then it makes it harder for everyone else to get a gold because it's all relative to the world record. And I did have a gold last week, but the world record got faster. So that's why I'm only 1/10 shy, and that's why I'm here tonight trying to go for that gold. So without further ado, let's try and concentrate on this lap now. Let's see what we can do. No, I've gone too deep. But that is what you're going to start seeing now, is that I'm going to have to start pushing the limits as much as I can. I think what I did wrong there, I was too late on the brakes. It wasn't that I turned in too late, it's that I turned in too fast. So what I'm hoping is that the first lap that I do that is faster than my personal best is enough for a gold. That's what I'm hoping. So far my best today is a 106.8, which is that first lap, and my best ever is a 106.1, and we need a 106.0. So here we go, let's bring the car back round again. Need to get a really good exit through there. Straight line that as much as possible, and then what you want to do is leave the car out wide down here so you start the lap with as much speed as possible. Nice chunky lift. And that went wrong again, but we only need one lap. I'm just going to practice the rest of the lap. This is the corner that I hate the most. But there's my PB and I'm gaining on it. Cycle through the views, show off the car a little bit as we go down the back straight, not much to see and do down here. Charge my battery again because it's really important. You'll see what happens if I don't charge my battery. You'll see that going into this back straight, the car runs out of power if the battery's dead. It is a hybrid car and it gets, I think, about 250 horsepower or something like that from its motors. So losing 250 horsepower down that back straight, you are going to feel it. And that's gone completely wrong. And can I keep it out of the barrier? Yes, I can. Is the game going to put me back on track? Yes, it is. So that's what you've got to watch out for, is take too much of that curb and it's going to spit you out. But threading a needle. And and that's the other thing I've got to watch out for, is picking up understeer through there. If you use that curb, it will invalidate your lap time. Something else I've got to think about here is what gears I use. It feels like I should keep the car in third gear through the hairpin there, so that I get more traction coming off the corner. It feels against my instinct, and I think this one as well wants to be third gear as well. Just traction out of this corner here when taken at full racing speed is tricky. It's tricky to get the car going. Dink over. Too much curb. It's invalidated my lap time. I'm just going to keep going just to see what is possible. So this isn't going to count. And I've outbraked myself anyway there, gone deep. But you can see, being in third gear there, I was faster accelerating up to 150 mile an hour. So I'm just going to charge that battery again. I've got to get past the first corner. No, second corner, isn't it? I've got to get past turn 2. And I think that is the most difficult one to get right, because that is where you can really hero or zero this car. Thank God it's a short lap. We're on it. If we hold it together, we've done it. This is fast enough. This is currently on a 1060. Come on. Take no risks through here, Chris. Slow exit, but it's enough. I've done it. I have done it. There we go. Let's see what we can really do now. So it took me 8 attempts. I was expecting tonight's stream to be much longer. But only 8 attempts to get the gold. It's not bad. And I lost a ton of time in the final chicane. That's where I can go faster. It absolutely can go faster in the final chicane. Let's charge the battery up. Let's go for another. Let's see what we can do. Faster through there. It was close. do a rapid battery charge. Ooh, crap. Now, I don't want it to put me back on track. Please don't. Because if it puts me back on track, it invalidates my next lap. Gran Turismo is very annoying with this penalty system. The fact that it sometimes gives you like a double penalty. And it's invalidated this lap as punishment. Because how dare you have a spin in the final corner? Oh dear. Well, I might as well just do this then. Except it's not as easy as it looks, especially because the game's decided to reset me back to where I started. Gran Turismo is really stupidly strict sometimes. It really, really annoys me. Sometimes it's just like, nope, you've not been a perfect driver, so here's a hefty punishment for your sins. Go away, you imperfect driver. You know, but anyway, rant aside. Got to think what we're going to do next, because yeah, I don't think we'd be doing this in 8 laps. I like the fact that I've got invalid lap after invalid lap. They're all red except for the one that's purple. It shows you the mentality that that I have when I'm chasing lap time, though, is just assume that the car can do what you ask it to do and don't be afraid to crash like 8 times. Right, here we go. Oh, not as good through there this time. No, first sector nowhere near as good. But let's see what we can do. So that's my personal best. That's not gone anywhere near as well as I hoped. So 3/10 down. It's a lot to ask through the final few corners and have to nail them. I didn't. I thought I lost a lot of time through those final corners, but I clearly didn't. Let's do a lap without battery just to show you how bad it is. Of course, it would be the lap where I get everything absolutely hunky-dory down here. Another 10th faster. This is where it's going to hurt. Ran out of battery here. And this is where, look at that. That is what having a full battery does. See how I'm pulling away there? I lost 2/10. Not perfect, I've not got a perfectly full battery, but let's see. Whoa, my ghost got in the way of my screen! My ghost got in the way of my screen. What we're going to do is we're going to quit. We're going to save the best lap there. God, that's annoying when the ghost gets in the way like that. I accidentally turned it on just on the way into the corner and it just blocked me from seeing anything. But we are 5,000th with that lap. The world record is 1.8 seconds a lap faster than me. I think that's voodoo. I have no idea how they managed to do it. Actually, I do know how they do it. They use a different car. but I've tried using the car that they're using, and I just can't make it work. So this is the next best thing. That's all at sea there. So you see now I've lost the on-screen display showing how far behind I am against my personal best. It's very annoying. Look how much I gained through that final sector though. That lap would have also been pretty much close to gold. Well, it wouldn't have been gold, I've just realised, but it would have been really close. Turned in too early. Turns out you can gain a lot of lap time if you cut that corner. If you cut all the corners, you can gain like a whole second. I reckon a 1:05.5 is the best I can do. If I was to nail that final sector and some of the other corners. Let's charge our battery. Let's not forget to do it. I was going so well. I was well up. I was well up. But this is what happens when you start pushing your own limits. I think what we're going to do is just click retry and go back to the beginning of the lap. We are unfortunately going to lose that live delta on screen when we do that, but you know, it's one of those things. I wish the developers of Gran Turismo would actually pay attention to things like that. When you restart, there's no reason for it to wipe that live delta from your screen, but it does. And I really like having it because it's a really good barometer of how quickly you're going. We're close. Slightly off through that series of corners there. Let's see what we can do. See if we can have a nice clean final sector and gain the time back. I'm going to stick it in 4th gear. I've gained that time again back in that final sector. Now we're going to have no battery, so we need to reset. But I think 4th gear through here is definitely the way. You'll find that this is something that all the top players do, is they really use gears to their advantage, because you can change the way the car handles just by using the gears. Nearly had it. For anyone joining the stream right now, I mean, it's nice to have a viewer. I've not actually advertised the stream to anyone either. Normally I send out a link, but I'm no longer on any social media, and I'm not doing much YouTube either. Now, let me concentrate now. That was pretty slow. Nope. I just need to make a small adjustment to my steering wheel. There we go. I've got a button that jams, so if you're wondering why I have the ghost on sometimes, it's not always deliberate. Sometimes the view sort of jams. Oh, that was bad. That was good. Well, I'm just... That's the corner I need to practice. I think the rest of the lap's alright. Just there. Ooh, and that's a... Again, Gran Turismo punishing you there. How dare you make a mistake on the previous lap? It just assumes that every time you touch the grass on the lap before, that you must be a cheat. Very annoying. Loads of time there because I had to bail, but I kept the lap clean. You know, I kept it, kept the clock in the white. And that's no longer a white clock. I don't have many more attempts at this. I mean, I am just doing this for fun at this point. Oh, I've got an idea. I'll show you in a minute. I think I am using the wrong gear for one of the corners. Ooh, I didn't even get to the corner. That was on the limit. I was thinking to myself, God, I really took that as fast as I could. I was a bit premature in thinking that. We finally got someone actually watching, which is nice because I've already achieved my objective and now I'm just doing this for fun. Right, we're going to try 5th gear this time. Nope. Oh, well, 5th gear is the idea for that corner. That's the next experiment. Just maybe don't murder myself on a curb. So we're aiming for a 105.5. We've already got the gold, but I know I've got 105.5 in me. Ooh, that was bad. But, well, it was bad, but I managed to pull it back on the exit. Oh, he's found something. Down to 4th and straight back into 5th to get traction. Wonder if the same works here as well. Yes, it does. We are well ahead. just got to keep the lap together. We know fourth gear works better down here than third, and on my previous lap I kind of screwed up the final sector. Oh, and I've gone too deep. But I'm still ahead. This is still going to be a PB. Yep, it's still a PB. Right, let's see if we can beat it. Now I know what I'm doing. Haha! Fifth gear on the exit of turn 2, and at the exit of the bottom of the hill. We've got it. It's all about using your gears. Can I wall of death turn 1? Because I didn't wall of death turn 1 on that previous attempt. Yes! But I've messed up the turn in, but I was way ahead. I was way ahead. This is happening. There is a magic lap in there. Bit of a shaky start there. It won't really change my speed over the line though. Oh, that was bad. And that little pirouette there was just for shits and giggles, really. I knew that was going to happen. In this car, you can't just go, oh, let's just boot it to gain some lap time. Doesn't work. I was magic through that first sector on that last fastest lap. It's a shame I didn't hold it together. I'm going to keep retrying because it's annoying when you're driving hybrid cars that you can't do 2 laps in a row with them because you just don't have the battery power for the second lap. They are like Formula 1 cars, these Le Mans cars. You can only do 1 push lap and then you have to pull the car down. It's a bit of a shame because I'd like to just keep going round and round. Good exit speed there. I've missed. Oh well, we'll go this way. It's that turn 2 is my nemesis. So I'm trying to sort of banzai it, and it's a blind braking point and a blind turn in. Nice. Nice. So I lost quite a lot of time in this final sector. So I reckon we can do this. I'm not going to show the ghost. I'm just going to go across the line and see. Yes! That'll do. I'm not going to chase a 1:05.5 because I'm happy with that. That'll do. Where does it put me on my leaderboard against my friends? That's the next question. Am I the best person I know? No, not quite. Faster than Damon. I'm happy with that because Damon's pretty quick. He is a World Tour player, so I'm never going to beat him. Or former World Tour player, I think. I don't think he is anymore. But beating all the people that matter. Good to beat Gadget as well, although a bit weird him doing a Bugatti VGT. That's a bit of a weird car. I don't know who Attila the Hun is, actually. I have no idea. Oh, EYM, one of my old mates from League Racing. But anyway, let's have a look at what other time trials we can do before we wrap up for the night, because I didn't expect this to be over quite so quickly. There is this. I'm very proud of this. I'll quickly show off that my time for the other lap time challenge, yeah, it's 4 seconds slower than the world record, but it's, you know, top 2,000. It's very rare that I get to top 2,000. It was actually in the top 500 a few days ago. So people have obviously put more times in since then, but this is the other one that I've got to improve. I'll probably do a more detailed video on this. I'm at 3.06%. I need a 7-minute 50.7 lap time. I did a 7:51.0, so 0.3 of a second slower over a 7-minute lap is pretty heartbreaking. Let's have a quick go at it. This one will need a lot of patience though. This is the opposite of Road Atlanta. You know, 1 minute a lap at Road Atlanta, you can keep spamming laps. Here, 7 minutes 51 seconds per lap. You know, it's gonna take you quite a while to brute force this one. Some moderation is needed. The car, complete opposite to the last car. So we were in a Le Mans car last time. We are in a Honda Civic, and it's a Honda Civic road car, not a touring car or anything like that. It's not even tuned. It's just a stock Honda Civic. Let's see what we can do. We are at the legendary Nürburgring. And already I've crashed. I have no idea what this car can do. I drove this 7-minute 51 lap like 2 weeks ago, and it was good enough for a gold back then, but obviously the gold times improved. No traction control on again because it slows you down and it's for losers. So I tried to keep an inside line on that. I don't know if that's the fastest line or not. I need to drift out to the outside and then just... There we go, short shift so that the front wheels keep traction. And then we've got these sort of cascadey turns, left, right, left. And if you hear a beeping sound, this car's actually got a shift beeper to tell you when to change gear, which I think is quite patronising actually. Just about held on there. That was definitely not the fastest way around there. I think just a slight braking's needed, and I tried to take it flat and then changed my mind. Not very smooth from me there. Felt a bit of oversteer mid-corner there, kind of put me off a little bit. So maybe lost a 10th or to there. I've no idea if I'm on the right sort of pace right now. What I do know is I've messed that up. I knew that I'd messed that up because I was like just a second too late on the brakes, or half a second too late on the brakes. Tell you what we can do. Let's load in the Ghost. I do have a Ghost for this of 751. Might make it a bit more exciting. How can we do that? Settings, Ghost, and load a Ghost. 751 0. Because then what we can say is if I stay in front of that Ghost, and bear in mind I have to be 0.3 of a second in front of it by the end of the lap, then I get the gold. So it's a good way to pace myself, because if I see that I'm way in front of it, then I will back off and stop driving like a madman. Well, I'm already in front, but I'm coming back at myself there. And yes, Chris from a week ago was quite a bit quicker through there. But Chris from a week ago was quite slow through here. We're about even. Yeah, me and last week's Chris, not far off each other. It's almost like we're the same person. So, am I going to try and take this one flat? No. Just gonna... Oh! Just going to lift. I needed to lift a lot. Because that is how you have a massive crash. Let's try again. Let's keep trying. I mean, I should at least try and get one lap in, right? I'm learning. I am learning from each one. I'm like an AI. Each time I just learn what I did wrong on the previous one. So, turn 1 wasn't too bad. Actually slower that time, so I want to short shift there, and then I can take that full throttle if I short shift. So another trick that I recommend to newbies is short shifting. If you're using manual gears, can limit the amount of power that the car's got, and that can limit understeer sometimes. Especially when it's a front-wheel drive car like this, you can short shift just to make sure that the car can take the high-speed corner. I've got a better exit there. I am gaining. Gaining. Right, so this time I know what I need to do through here. That's it. But I've gone too... I took a risk there. I took a risk on the brakes. Normally, let's reverse up. Normally, you brake where the rumble strip starts. I thought, can I just shave like 10 meters off it? No. No, you absolutely have to start braking where that rumble strip is. So it may sound like, you know, it's quite a long way away from me getting all the way around a lap here, but I don't make the same mistake twice on each lap. And that was quite a good exit this time. I've actually beaten Chris from a week ago through that section, and I know what I need to do through here to beat Chris from 2 weeks ago. I just need to nip that apex down into 4th gear and on the power all the way down here, and you see now I'm pulling away from previous Chris. Previous Chris took a bit too much curb there as well. So right, I've got this bit sorted. Brake there. Nice. Right, so this is where I cocked up last time. So I just need to spot my braking in a straight line, and I want to clip the apex at the top of this hill. Like that. And then keep it to the inside. You'll always understeer to the opposite side. It's fine. Just keep the car moving forwards. And there we go. Chris was pretty good at that a few weeks ago as well. He did all right. This is another risky corner coming up, because this is another one where you feel like you can take it faster than you perhaps can. And yes, previous Chris was quite brave through there. We're into uncharted territory now. One of my least favourite corners is coming up. I'm just going to follow my own advice and use my gears. Oh! I've lost a ton of time. I'm going to keep going. I've lost a ton of time there. I managed to keep it out of the barriers. I managed to keep the lap valid. It's a very long lap. There's plenty of time to regain that lap time. But now it's a challenge. Now I need to be substantially faster than I was last time because of the amount of time that I've lost through that corner. And my second least favourite corner of the track is this one. God knows what that racing line was. It wasn't a racing line, it was just point to the middle of the corner and go. There was no strategy involved. I just do not understand that corner. It's one that I just don't understand the line. But I am reeling myself back in here. The gap is less than it was. Got another bravery test coming up, and I'm not going to be brave. I am going to get out of it. But what I'm going to do is just feed it through in 5th and then shift down to 4th. Yeah, okay, that was quite good. I left loads of room on the outside of that, but don't want to be brave and bin it. Oh, that was bad. I'm going to keep it on the outside of the carousel, I think. Very famous corner. I've lost time. In all those shenanigans, I've lost time. But we've got another bravery test coming up. And we've invalidated the lap. We've gone too far into the grass, but I want to keep going. I know now what the par is to keep up with my own PB. Right, I know whether I was nailing these corners or not. The answer was I wasn't nailing everything, and yet I was still faster than my previous lap. I was still gaining on my Ghost. And now we've killed it. I mean, I was just seeing how much I could get away with through there, because I think this end part of the lap is one of the places where I'm losing the most time. The good news is this car isn't a hybrid, so we can do multiple laps. So I'm just going to drive it round to the end of the lap. Just gain some experience in these last few corners anyway, because these are the corners on the Nürburgring that I struggle with the most, is the end of the lap, because usually I've crashed by now. Oh crap. Yes, and I crashed while saying that, which is ironic. Entertain myself down the straight. Play with the camera angles. Yeah, you get to see a bit more of the car. So this is the Honda Civic. The livery there is promoting some kind of racing series that Honda want to promote through Gran Turismo. Some kind of esports competition, I think. So we will just chill up to the line. Oh my god, that's invalidated my next lap. Oh, that's just stupid. But I hate why Gran Turismo does that, because me slamming into that barrier is not going to make my next lap any faster. So, to me, it's just the developers are lazy. They've not bothered to check whether you've gained an advantage or not by leaving the track. Oversteer. I remember that from a few weeks ago when I was doing my original lap, is that the car feels really bad through that corner. It really wants to oversteer on you, and I think the only way to avoid it is to avoid shifting down, because when you shift down gears, that transfers the weight forwards in the car. That's obviously not what you want. Let's try it again. Hold on to. Wow, I gained a lot of time there, even though that was really out of control. That was quite lucky. I was basically flirting with the grass there and somehow managed to gain a ton of time. Definitely wasn't the cleanest way. But we are learning. We're learning what the car can do. Again, that wasn't the smoothest, but I got a good exit. Too late. going to call it a day for the night, a day for the night, a night for the day. I'm going to call it a night for the day, I think. And I've got another 10 days before I need to crack this open. But I think I might just do it offline, to be honest, and then I'll upload a video if the lap's particularly impressive. Just see what my mates have done. Damon's faster than me. Well, Damon's literally on the cusp of not having a gold. 728. 72. Oh, that's unlucky. Look at that. 750.728, and he's done a 750.729. Oh, I would be gutted. Oh, unlucky, mate. Unlucky. He's 1,000th off. So he's got to put another lap in as well. He must be on 3.0001%. Ouch. But anyway, I will probably do it offline and upload a nice video of me afterwards if it's a particularly good lap. So, thanks for joining. I'll be back soon. I am also going to be putting up some GeoGuessr because there's a new game mode on GeoGuessr and it's pretty good for making YouTube shorts. And I'm learning how to do YouTube shorts, so I will be back with some of that later for you as well. Thanks for joining. If you didn't join, then no thank you to you, and I'll not see you in not the next one. Bye.